Ready to share every piece of knowledge we've ever learnt about university. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome to a brand new video. Today, this is the last ever form of proper uni content you'll get on my channel. Well, I've done many Q&As in first year and stuff, but I haven't done a proper like uni advice video in forever because, you know, I've been trying to turn away from the fact that my only personality trait on the internet was the fact that I went to uni. But we all finished uni last week. God.
Big up.
That was anticlimactic.
Yeah,
We finished uni last week. So now we've spent 3 years not only at uni but also actually living together. We've lived with each other for the whole 3 years, so I feel like we've got our 2 pence to put in.
Yeah.
I can't see them, I'm like this. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, so basically on my Instagram I asked for loads of questions. I also done a podcast episode which is a lot more in depth on uni if you want to listen to that. That's going to go live on Sunday. But do we need a background on ourselves? Or should we just go straight into it? These are all questions from you guys.
What do you mean a background?
I don't know, like, no, okay.
Background check.
Backstory.
Like when I started on the podcast, I was like, what if this is someone's first time watching? Like they don't know who we are, what we studied, where we go.
My name is... Let's do it.
Okay, well me and Lou did fashion, branding and communication and we all go to Leeds Arts. And this is Graphic Gab. She did graphics.
I'm the odd one out.
Okay, right, let's just start answering questions then. How to manage living with people who you don't get along with, sharing a kitchen, getting a cleaning schedule, etc.
It is hard. As in not in like a sense of like we've experienced
awkward.
living with people we don't get along with, but like even just living with people you get along with, it's hard. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like if you're in like a small kitchen or like
Messy kitchens is a hard one.
Yeah.
Messy living space.
and if there's a lot of people, then it's like you're not like close enough to be like, oh, can you just
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more awkward like first year if you don't know them.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like, oh.
yeah.
So what's your advice?
What, so they are living in a...
Oh, I assume so. How to manage living with people who you don't get along with, sharing a kitchen, cleaning, etc.
You have to just be open, I guess. And like, say if it's like this person's having issues, like people are just being like disgusting. They just put it in the chat, but like as a joke, be like, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like your way around it's always been, haha, joke. Oh, the kitchen's such a mess, ha ha ha.
anyone who really gets me.
I feel like if I know a lot of people have like actual genuine cleaning schedules. If you feel like you and your friends would actually stick to that, like someone clean the bathroom one week, someone clean it the next week, someone clean the kitchen, someone do whatever, then maybe try that. But I also feel like that's hard to approach if you don't actually get along with the people as well.
And I think it depends on the size as well.
I think like it's for a year. You just have to suck it up and just be like, look, pull your part, like pull your weight.
Yeah, don't do it all the time and let people take advantage.
Yeah, because that's the thing. As soon as you start cleaning it once or twice, people are gonna like start doing it less.
Yeah, like, oh, Holly will
Or
do
could
it.
you just be like,
Yeah.
can someone else do it?
Oh my god, I think her
Tomorrow,
name was
because I've
actually
done
Holly.
Was it Holly?
Oh no, it wasn't. Yeah, don't be nasty about it.
No.
And in the back of your head, don't get upset about it because it's a year.
Yeah.
Even if you end up like living with random people next to you or like by yourself or whatever, like, and just try not to cause beef with them.
Oh yeah.
Like, don't make it more difficult for yourself.
No.
Just like you pull your weight and then just be like, do you mind if people clean the kitchen? Because whatever.
Yeah, I'll just say like, look, I did it last week. Can someone else do it today?
I wonder what like level it's on, because you see like TikToks
Oh,
of people like
bad.
someone left like raw chicken on the side, like on like literally something that you meant to cook on.
Yeah, no. Yeah. To be honest, I think our house last year would have gone viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
Our house was absolutely vile. So many questions, I didn't bother screenshot any of them, but like, so do you hate the girls from last year now?
Why did everyone say that all the time? Like, you're allowed to like move to different houses.
I think a lot of the questions as well, so we'll talk about it now, is like when and how do you decide like who to live with, and is that a really awkward conversation, and like, how do you go about that?
Yeah. First year's hard though, because like they're literally like you have to like pick a house, and it's like, well, I've only met people a month ago.
And I think also it's not that deep. Like you'll still
Yeah,
see them.
I always
think
think
we
that.
made a thing of like, oh god, like we want to live with this person, this person, this person, but like you'll still see them.
Yeah.
You can still be friends with other people and not live with them.
I actually think as well, I've quite liked, obviously this year's different because it's us three, but I've quite liked living with people who aren't necessarily in our like immediate friendship groups.
Yeah.
Like in first year and last year, it's not that we all like did the same things together, but I actually think that's quite nice because then you're not spending 24/7 together.
Yeah, and then you've all got like different things going on.
You're all going
like,
and meeting different people,
Amelia
friends
would
of
come
friends.
back from her like whatever club she went to and be like, oh, I did this day, and we're like, it was nice, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'd meet different people through them that way. I think it's obviously lucky if you get on with people in your halls, but I wouldn't deep it too much about who you live with, because it genuinely actually doesn't matter that much. As long as you like get on, it doesn't matter.
And make an effort to see people that you want to see.
But then someone was like, how do you go about, like, so say you live with someone second year, you don't want to live with them. They were like, is that really awkward? Like, how do you do that?
It's easy to say it's not awkward, but it probably would be really awkward.
I mean, we had a bit of a blip last year with like...
There's just so many of us though.
Nobody wanted to upset anyone.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Like, we all kind of like knew what we wanted to do, and we all kind of wanted to do the same thing. But it's just, all, like, you assume it's going to be awkward because you're telling like some of your best friends that like, I don't want to live with you again this year. And it's not I don't want to live with you, like for them it was like I don't want to live with you because I want to live with someone else.
Yeah. That's the thing though, it wasn't like, it was because like some people wanted to live with people that we didn't really know and weren't that close to. So we're not going to go in and join a house, make it like a massive house.
I think you know, don't you? You're like, these two are friends, they're realistically probably going to want to live with each other.
Yeah.
But like, you're obviously not offended by that.
No.
Like,
Yeah, I think that's the thing, you don't take it personal.
No, not at all.
It's because like you've got 3 years to live with like all of your mates. So you live with some of them second year, you live with some of them third year, like, it's not that deep, I don't think.
Yeah.
Do you recommend getting a job at uni?
That's the first.
I mean, it depends. I didn't have a job first and second year, but I was looking for a job, but COVID.
Yeah, that's true.
But then if I didn't have this job now, I wouldn't be able to afford my food shop. So like,
yeah.
I feel like you need to balance it, like not do too many hours, because there was a point where I was doing so many hours that I'd cry.
But I do feel like, genuinely, honestly, you probably, not to stress anyone out, but you would struggle. Because like, you don't have a job at uni, but you go home and work.
Yeah, I go home like Christmas, Easter. I feel like that tops me up, and then when I come back, because I'm only ever not working when I'm here for like 3-4 months max.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back. So it's...
You always have like, you know money's going to be soon.
That works for me, because then here I can go out and do what I want without being like restricted. But then I don't not have money to do things.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it just depends on your personal, because you might not even need it. You might have like big books, or you might have like, income from elsewhere. But like, if you actually need a job, but just make sure you do like lower hours.
I think unless you've got like the highest student loan, I wouldn't bank on your student loan basically.
No.
So if you,
covers it.
if you're fortunate enough that your parents can cover that, cool.
Yeah.
If not, then I do think you would struggle without. It's not impossible.
No.
But like being in your overdraft that much and stuff is like stressful, isn't it?
Yeah. First and second year, like I would cry every day because I was stressed I didn't have a job.
It's hard first year as well, I think, because I wanted
to make
like,
most of it.
Yeah, and I wanted to figure out. I think I kind of said I'm gonna work at home, and then first year I'm gonna see what happens. Figure out if I need to work here. But yeah, it ended up just. It was easier for me to work at home.
I know a lot of people do that.
Uni work and making friends, and it's a lot. It is a lot.
It's ideal you have a job at home to go to that you can just like go back into.
Yeah, because we all remember the scandal of Lou not having enough time.
Yeah.
I had a full-on breakdown in the kitchen because she was working too much. So don't do that.
Yeah.
No.
Try and get like an 8-hour contract or something somewhere.
Yeah.
Like you just need a bit of money to last you. Like uni isn't your time to start saving for a house.
Even if it's like not a lot of money, even just knowing that like, I'm doing a couple of shifts this week, but I know I'm gonna get paid next month. So like, you don't feel bad for like going out because you know you're not gonna be like minus £2 million.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
nice.
It's just like the bit of like security blanket, isn't it? Safety blanket.
We live a blanket.
Do you regret living in such a big house with so many people in second year?
No, I don't regret it. I actually don't. I think it was an experience. It was fun.
Yeah. I mean, now that like, don't get me wrong, like we're seeing them tonight. They're coming around for like movie night, but like living with that many people now, I know isn't really like my cup of tea. But I'm very, very happy I did it because I feel like uni's the one time you're going to live with so many friends.
Yeah.
And I feel like we did it in the best year as well, because I was saying on the podcast, like when we had them weird 2 months of like kind of lockdown where we could go to uni but nothing was open, we would like make the effort to like do whatever in the living room on a weekend. So it was actually a really nice time to live with that many people.
Yeah.
Because we could like keep each other company when we weren't allowed to literally leave the house.
All together at the same time, really.
No.
Anyway.
No.
Yeah, so it never really felt like there was loads of us.
Yeah.
And we had 2 kitchens as well, which was helpful.
Yeah, and the house was just so big. Like I could go in, like if it was just like me. There was a week. I think it was a weekend when I came home, and it was literally just Hannah in the house or Jess. And I came home, and my room was on the top floor, and I went downstairs like multiple times to the very bottom. Didn't see one person for a whole weekend. Like didn't cross paths. It's like a massive hotel.
There was a time I thought Gabby had gone home for the weekend and I bumped into her in the toilet and I was like, the fuck? I thought you were at home.
It's so funny. But no, it's good.
I do think our house was... our actual house was in the actual house was a shithole.
Yeah.
I think
we would have enjoyed it more if the house was like nice, more uplifting rather than depressing.
It wasn't a welcoming
It was
house.
dark.
No, when you're looking at houses in uni, make sure you look at silly things like, is there somewhere for you all to eat? Like, we didn't have a dining table.
Go in the day.
Yeah, go in the day. Fucking hell, we went in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it look really cosy and like, but it,
And
we
then
lived
the
in a
day,
literal
it's
dungeon.
dark.
Yeah.
So, what would you say is your top few things to look for when you're looking for a house? If within
Light.
Light, yeah, windows.
It makes a huge difference, actually, that's so
light.
true.
Remember my Trace Week window in my top bedroom? That little square?
Yeah, that was a shit arm.
My plants were crusty. Like,
Yeah.
it was so bad.
That's why we love this house.
Yeah.
So all of our
Right.
bedrooms have got quite good light.
Yeah.
Somewhere
we'd
to
say
eat.
light. Somewhere to eat.
Make sure
yeah.
there's some form of dining room table because we had like a breakfast, like a island thing, but there was only one stool and there was 7 of us.
It was just a cook on, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, and there was just one stool on the end of it.
I think.
Definitely something to eat. I would say as well, make sure, it's not always possible, but like to avoid arguments, the bedrooms are similar.
Yeah.
Because that's so, like make sure you're not going into it when someone really wants one room or something.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
going to cause arguments.
Some people I've seen on TikTok, people did like a put name because people were like, how do you choose who had what bedroom? And it was like just put names in the house.
Yeah, I think
Unless
that's
there's like
fair.
someone like this house or like Meg needs the biggest one because she has all the things. But like if everyone's equal, then just like.
Yeah, I think that is like the fairest thing. We would have done that last year, but we just went, what bedroom does everyone want? And it just so happened that no one wanted the same bedroom. Yeah, and I think you've got to be fair about it. Like if we lived with them all again, I would let like you have the better like room this time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you have to be fair when you're living with people. Someone also said actually, how did we always go about making sure, having like the budget chat before you decide on the house? Because I feel like I have friends now who are going through it and like 2 of them want to spend like 140 and the other ones can't spend more than like 115.
Oh yeah, how do we even decide?
I feel like we're really easy.
One
Like, we've never
person-
Well, like
argued.
I think I remember saying something like, I really don't want to go over like for the second year house. I don't want to go over like 110 or something.
Yeah.
We
Because
did
I
a
knew,
max.
because I remember like I was speaking
Yeah,
to
we
like
did have a max.
Rams who lived here, and I spoke to other people. I was like, okay, you can get houses for this much.
Yeah.
Because you have to look at what the rough thing is.
I feel like last year we were
Well-
quite lucky because there was so many of us. I feel like houses with that many
Yeah.
kind of fall around 100. It was this year where we easily could have spent like 140 because there's only 3 of us.
Yeah, but we did,
And we just said, there was one we really liked, but we just said like, it's not worth it, it's too much. We just
were
kind of all
looking quite a
agreed.
lot, weren't we?
yeah.
I feel like you just have to all go, how much does everyone want to spend, and then come to an average.
Yeah.
And that's probably the easiest way.
It depends where you live, I guess, but like, just look at loads and see what the general
Yeah.
price is. 'Cause,
Get a
like,
gauge for what's expensive and
Yeah,
what's...
you don't need to pay stupid money for
No.
a nice house.
Yeah, I do think it depends though, because I know Imogen in like Portsmouth has always paid like significantly more than me.
Yeah, it depends where you are, doesn't it? But
Yeah. Do you think you got the most out of uni, and if so, if not, like why not? Did I just make that even more wonky? What the fuck? I swear it wasn't wonky 2 minutes ago.
Under the right leg.
Alright, sorry. Okay. What were we saying? Have we got the most out of it? If so, if not, why not?
Yeah, well, I was saying, is this like uni or like uni life?
About the experience, I guess.
Oh.
I feel like obviously no because of COVID.
our second year was like a write-off.
But I guess like regardless of that,
We've done well considering we were in lockdown and had to get sent home.
with the cards we were dealt,
Yeah.
I do wish I said this in the podcast episode that comes out, I wish I was more consistent with like societies in first year.
We did one though.
Well, I only went like a few times. I went on like one social. Like I wish I took more advantage of that and like joined one this year and stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard because our uni's not very big.
Yeah.
But you can join uni.
Both of the ones I went to were uni off
Yeah.
ones.
That's what I think as well. I think it's just
Because then like society nights out, we would have met way more people.
yeah. I think because like our uni isn't a very like woo. It's just like
Yeah, it's not like in your face. You've got to go. You've got to make your own effort to go and
Yeah.
find them and go to them. You've got to walk into a uni building you've never been to before. Like I remember when I tried to find like the second kind of dance one I went to. When I tried to find the room, like it took me 20 minutes, and then I was like late because I had no idea where I was going.
yeah. That's the thing.
So it's a
I
bit
think,
awkward.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the one thing I would have done better.
Mm.
If you did it all again, what would you do different, or would you not? No comments. No answer.
I don't know. Like it just in my head, I'm just like, well, if COVID, whatever, then I would have probably lived a different
Yeah.
life. But
Yeah,
We would
obviously.
have done a lot more.
yeah, maybe like even in like second and first year, like there was a lot of times where I was like, oh, I don't know if I can bother to go out, but like I feel like I should have, because like not because you should just go out and have fun, but because like why not? You're at uni, and you're done. Like I remember saying to my brother like, oh, I'm not gonna go out, I can't be bothered, and he's like, but like you're at uni. I used to just get in my head a lot, I think.
Yeah, I also do feel like there's a big expectation that you should and you have to, and that's the only way you're gonna have fun. I don't think that's necessarily true.
Yeah, but I do like regret not. Like, there was a lot of nights where I was like, oh.
I know, it's just, the big white van's just pulled up outside our window. Okay, right, let's do some more quick fireness.
Yeah, we need to
Everybody, opinion. Everyone always says uni friends are friends for life. Is that actually true?
So fast.
I think so.
I mean, obviously we wouldn't know because we've not left uni yet. But I think so.
I'd like to think so, yeah.
I can't see why, like if I got like married, I would invite you to now.
Yeah. Do you know what I think it is? I think uni friends are the friends that you have for life, because when you're in like school, they're kind of just like people you put with, but uni, like you've found yourself and then you find people who you're like.
And I think it's the last friends you make in school wise.
Yeah.
Like I think if you left at sixth form would be your last friends for life, because you've had no need to make more. If you know what I mean. But I do think, because like you said, and I feel like you go through a lot with your uni friends.
Yeah.
Like you live together.
We've changed so much. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
3 years ago.
Like we've been through so many different what's the word? Life events and things together. I can't believe you finished. Never in 3 years has this girl
I really enjoyed
finished a drink before me.
It's really good
Look
today.
at yours.
Yeah.
Go on. Gabby hates it probably.
That's weird. No, it's good.
Can I try it?
I was like, can I just fuck about in first year? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wish we fucked about more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish we didn't. Not that we took it that seriously, because my work with first year was very last minute, and it was some of the worst work I've ever produced in my whole entire life. But like, I wish it was worse.
Yeah.
Like, I wish we spent more time, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I feel like first year is your time to meet people and do whatever, which is why I'm annoyed, like, second year was messed up, and now like third year we can finally go out, but now it's actually been important.
Yeah.
I wish we made more of it, like, in first year. Did you ever feel more at home in your uni home than at actual home? I feel so weird when I'm not at uni.
I feel like when you have periods of being at uni for ages, like when you've been at uni for ages and then you go home, and you feel quite weird in your house.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, my bedroom, like, oh, these bed sheets, I don't like these.
And like, you go back to like, just like family.
Being suffocated.
Yeah, not like family's a bad thing, but as in like, like where are you going, explaining where you're going, who you're going with, like when you're going to be back, like.
It's just so weird, like just leaving the house and not saying, oh, I'm just going to.
Like,
you just go.
Yeah.
Or not texting someone like, I'll be back soon.
Yeah, like just so people know where you are.
Or like, I'm going to stay at my friend's house.
Yeah,
like, you don't have to. It's so then going back to doing that is weird.
First year felt really exciting, like adult-y, because like
we kept saying we felt like we were on a girls' holiday.
Yeah.
We kept calling it a holiday all year.
Like, it was the first, like now we're just used to it, like we just live out on our own. But like first year, like I'd get my keys and I'd be like locking up the door and I'd be
it was literally like you were in a game. It was so funny.
I did love it.
It does actually, genuinely, for the first like 3 weeks we kept saying, oh, holiday, and then we were like, fucking hell, what are you doing? Because like you're going out and you're making friends, and yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel more at home than uni sometimes, but only because, like you said, I spend the majority of my time here, and all of my stuff's here.
Yeah.
So like coming back here feels like, oh, you've come home, because this is where I live majority of the time. Not because of anything else.
Yeah,
I
agree.
I feel like you're a home person.
Yeah, I'm a bit of both. I feel like, because when I go home, it's, like you said, my stuff's not. You like out of the house.
Yeah.
So it's a bit weird. I prefer this, like, this has been my favourite house.
Oh,
it just feels
Love
more
this
homely,
house.
this house. Because we actually, like, sit together and...
The living room, honestly, whatever your living room is like in your house makes
God,
such a difference. Make
Also,
sure you've got a good living space.
Have we said
bedroom or
this
living
before
room.
though? I think we might have said it on your channel before, but about the layout of last year. Like our living room was in the dungeon.
It
So you
seems
walk
fun
in.
and exciting. It's a novelty.
Yeah, because here now you walk in the door. Like if I come in from work, you guys are here and we chat, we sit for ages. But in there,
You have
you'd
to
walk
go
in,
down.
you'd have to make the effort to go down.
And our rooms were on the first floor. So our rooms were first floor and yours was up. So, like, why would you go down?
Yeah, it's
And
so...
if you don't know if anyone's down there. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. You're not going to go down if you don't think anyone's down here. But if I walk through the door and you're already sitting here, I'm going to sit here. I'm not going to go upstairs.
It's good for your mental health.
Yeah, it really, really, really is.
Like, people, I think.
Even first year though, we didn't have a sofa. It was just like
But you'd walk past the kitchen.
But I'd sit there all day because, like you said, you'd walk past it. Like every time we walked back from uni, we would go in there before we went to our own rooms,
just to look around,
just to see like who was there, or just to carry on our conversation. Whereas in our other house, it was like, I'm not going to go because it wasn't a nice place to sit either.
No. You need a good living space because you're literally living in 2 rooms. Like you live in there, in your bedroom.
Which sounds silly because obviously at home, like you kind of are as well. But it honestly does make all of the difference. Walking into it as well is a really good point.
That's what we were looking for with this house, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we wanted an open kitchen and live in, so that if you were cooking you could still, because that was like first year. What's one thing you wish you could tell your first year self now? That's cute.
I feel like I'm on Drag Race with like your younger self.
I think I would say because everyone comes from different levels of work.
That's a good point.
I think I was like, oh my gosh, like they're really good at that, and I don't know how to do that yet. But like you will learn. I think I just need to not.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Freak myself out, or like I'll look at other people's work and be like, I mean, I still do it now. Like you're obviously good at it, but I'm like, wow, that's really good. I don't know how to use that software. But like you'll learn.
Yeah.
Don't stress yourself out. Like you'll have your own skills.
Yeah.
Someone else doesn't, so you don't need to.
Yeah, that's so true.
Worry about it.
In first year, like Photoshop's a massive thing, obviously, and like we had to hand in 2 like mood board concept boards. Had no idea what that was. Had never made one in my life. Had never opened Photoshop, and we had to make window displays. And I literally sat with Gabby, and I was like, "How do I put a photo onto Photoshop?" I was like, "How do I crop it? How do I cut it?"
Yeah, you like.
Never
that's the
opened
good
it.
thing about our uni. Like you could share different skills because like you and Amelia were sat. Showing you how to do that and like you know how to use it now.
Yeah.
Like you're obviously going to learn while you're at uni, just don't.
Because that's what freaked me out about fashion photography as well. I went in and everyone knew like how to use a camera. Like it sounds so basic, like fashion photography, obviously they knew, but I'd never done photography, I'd done art. Yeah. So no one ever taught me how to use a camera.
Yeah, it just seems scary, but everyone's probably thinking the same thing, like, oh my god, I'm stressed, look at their work.
That's what first year's for, and like tutors will say that as well. First year is to make everyone on the same level.
Yeah.
That's why your work doesn't count and stuff. It's just to make sure everyone's on the same level going into year 2. What are you saying to yourself? You're going to tell yourself to have more fun?
No, I think just like don't stress because everything will work out.
Yeah.
Because like in first year I feel like
I think
stress myself.
A big one for us was that we all individually felt lonely, but no one said it.
Yeah,
and
that's so true, actually.
Was it me and you, or like
even
Lou would have
me and Jess used to talk about it all the time.
Yeah, and like because we didn't really know each other, did we? Like,
it's a weird thing.
It.
Yeah,
but like everyone will be feeling the same.
And all of
us,
just you. We can all agree. We all had times in like halls where like you'd cry in your room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would. I used to have.
For fuck's sake! Now my battery's gonna die.
Do you have another one? What is wrong with you?
Take 5. Yeah, so many questions were like, I talk about this in a lot of depth in the podcast, but like it says, she said, is it normal to feel lonely and sad at uni? I feel like I've not got many friends or go out. I feel like you said, it's not even that you've not got friends, even if you do, uni is a weird place because like you're surrounded by in first year, I think, in the first few weeks. I feel like once you come back from Christmas, you're a bit more used to it. But like, it's so weird 'cause you're around so many people, but like you feel lonely. And I think that's mainly down to expectation of what it is going to be like. Like
it's because you don't know them yet as well. Like you know of these people that you're living with, but you don't like. It's obviously going to take a while to actually get to know who.
Yeah, it's like you go out with them and you have a fun time with them and whatever, but like you're not ready to quite like open up to them yet and be like, oh, I'm actually upset. But like you have a good time when you go out, but like you've only known each other a week. That's very normal.
Yeah, it's probably not even like lonely. It's like you just feel a bit weird.
It's just strange.
You feel a bit like sick, maybe a bit homesick or a bit like off, and then like because you feel that way, but you're on your own in your room, you just feel like, oh my god, I'm lonely.
And
for me, it was expectation.
Yeah.
Like thinking I was gonna come and have like the best freshers week ever, and we're gonna go out loads and like la la la. Do you know what I mean? Like especially because I had 2 brothers and they went to Newcastle. Like I thought I was gonna be in like Magaluf weekend like every week.
Yeah.
But like that's just not what it's like.
I really thought that.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like I was upset because first of all I hated my course, but like it was expectation is what made it weird for me because I was like, oh, this isn't what I didn't realise we were gonna like be sad. Like I thought it was gonna be like unreal. You're not gonna feel like you're living with your besties quite yet, but by the end you will.
Yeah.
Now we cry on each other.
Yeah, we do.
Now we change each other's beds and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, this is us. Someone said I don't want to go out and drink and party all the time, but I feel like I should because I'm at uni. Advice? Question mark?
You You don't have to.
Yeah.
No, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Just because it's like uni, it's like.
Yeah.
What?
We're boring. We like.
Yeah.
We enjoy each other's company and we sit like.
We enjoy
Yeah.
going out,
Yeah.
but we
not all
also
the
just
time.
like, we just really enjoy relaxing.
It's not even like that. It's like wholesome activities. Like we don't want to
Yeah.
stand in the cold in a club, come home, be hungover, like deal with men touching us up in clubs. Like
I was thinking
It's just not
because
fun
of
anymore.
after COVID as well.
I think
Before
COVID was a
then, I was
massive
like,
part of it.
woo!
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I just can't be bothered. It's so much
Yeah.
effort.
But like Amelia, I don't think she'd care us saying, like she's not really one to like go out, someone we lived with in first year. And we were always really jealous because she'd go on like the cutest little like dates. I remember once they all went round to someone's house, they like painted plant pots, do you remember?
Yeah.
And then she went to like this thing in uni that we had no idea what it was because we were probably hungover from walkabout, and she spent the whole day with like puppies in uni. Like she did the cutest things. It's like there's so much to do in uni
Yeah.
that's not to do with drinking.
Yeah.
I think as long as like we never, obviously never judged her for that either.
Mm-mm,
Like
mm.
she just was like one day, oh, yeah, I don't really like it. She went out with us the first night, didn't she?
Yeah,
Like, we were on
a few times she would
Yeah.
come out or whatever, but she'd like go home and like she wasn't
Yeah.
a scene.
And she was like, I just prefer to do this. And
And that's so
That's it.
fair. Do you
Yeah.
know what as well? I think that made me realise genuinely,
Yeah.
which is why I think I've liked living with different people. It's because I was like, oh, I'd actually probably rather do what you're doing as well, but I just have massive FOMO. So it's like realising, I think finding your people helps a lot in that as
Yeah.
well. Don't surround yourself with people who want to do that. Easier said than done, obviously, but
Yeah.
the more you surround yourself with them, the more you'll get caught up in it.
We are doing that run soon though, don't get twisted.
Yeah, don't get twisted. When you see me getting drunk and nasty in the next vlog, mind your business. Okay, right. I think that. Oh, this one said not a question, but just interested. Did you ever sing periods?
Sync periods.
Yeah.
I'm on now.
You two did. You two are literally on now,
We're
aren't
both
you?
on now at the
I don't
same
have a
time.
period,
Yeah.
but these two do sometimes.
Yeah.
yeah, but that I feel
In
like
the house last year, you all did a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
I know you and Tandy and that did anyway.
Hannah Dwyer, like in the past, like how many months, we've been quite sync. Like literally 2 days apart.
That's weird, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that actually well?
No,
Clearly,
it's
it
a
is
thing.
a thing.
I learned it in sex ed in school.
Why does it happen?
And people at work, we're always like all 4 of us are on at the same time.
What the fuck? Oh, a lot of people are saying like, what would you not bring now that you've like come, or what would you bring? I would bring a quarter less of everything I've bought every single year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody says it, but
so.
genuinely, you do not need half as much as you think.
Yeah, and also if you're in a house of like loads of people, you should decide like, hey, someone will bring this, someone will bring that. You don't need 7, because everyone in the house last year bought their own pots and pans. There
And it was
no
actually
storage.
just annoying. Yeah, like you actually couldn't fit them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
this year, like I was moving in my stuff after you guys or something. I don't know what I
And
did.
she said, just don't bother.
And then you guys were like, don't bring pots and pans because they've got them, and we don't need 10 pots. We have no storage.
I feel like it's obvious, like people say that, but genuinely, especially if it's like second year, I get first year, you'll all bring
Yeah.
it just because you might not want to have that conversation, you might just want to have your own, whatever, you don't know people. But in second year, yeah, or even third year, like just seriously have that conversation.
Yeah. Because you probably think as well, like, oh no, I'll just bring it just in case I need it, but like, you won't. There's going to be loads of pots and
Yeah.
pans.
I don't think what
I loved having a doorstop in first year. I wouldn't leave my door wide open now, but I like, especially in first year, because they were like them fire doors, like.
My door just stayed open on the carpet.
Yeah, it did
Oh,
actually.
really?
Do you remember? Do you remember
why?
you remember you got locked out a few times? You had to go down in your dressing gown
Before you knew, I was like, oh,
because like you actually couldn't get in your room. You like literally had no underwear on.
that was so funny.
A doorstop in first year I think is nice because then even if you are in your room like getting ready for nights out or whatever, like your door's open, it's a bit more inviting.
Yeah.
Because then even if you're just like sitting doing whatever, like people can.
First year, or buy like an iron together and stuff like that. Or did we have that?
Yeah,
Toaster.
no, we did.
Toaster
yeah.
as well.
Toaster, had a toaster.
Like
You
one
brought an
person.
iron.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Mm.
Things like that in first year definitely
That's-
talk about because if you turn up with 7
Drying
toasters, that'll be
racks.
jarring.
Yeah.
Yeah, drying racks in first year, I'm pretty sure we all had one we didn't need. Now we literally share, well, we share 2, but only one of them's ours. Bring less is more, genuinely.
Yeah. You don't need as many like clothes and stuff as you do.
You don't need as many coats.
Like
You don't wear
bits,
them.
Just little bits.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you want to make it
Knickknacks.
homely, but like yeah.
You don't need them, trust me.
A good thing to bring, if you like doing your makeup and stuff, bring your mirror.
Yeah,
You've got one of those ones
bring
that
a
you put
good
on the
mirror.
table so you can
Over door mirrors as well. In my first year, I didn't have a full length mirror, so I put one over my wardrobe door. That was a really good idea. I've done a whole video on like reacting to my first year haul and like what I didn't use. Stupid kitchen utensils that you don't use at home, you don't need.
And you'll all have the same.
Tongs.
Yeah.
Although this year I really wish we had
Oh
tongs.
my
Remember a few
God,
times we were like, fucking hell, I should have bought them
No, you
tongs.
need to actually to like flip things
Yeah. I didn't use them for 2 years, but this year I was like, God, I could really do with a pair of tongs a few times. Can openers, because then you can get cheaper cans at Aldi.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's been broken for the past year.
Yeah, ours is shit. We've got like 7 chopping boards. Like stupid things like that. Like, if we think about what we were all like in first year, it's actually laughable.
Yeah.
I feel like you're not too different. I feel like you come out your shell a lot more though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt first year, I always say that like I was, because I'm
lot older.
technically a year.
Yeah, Gabby's your older
I'm
than
a
us.
few months older than Lou, but like I'm a
school
year
year.
older than you. Yeah.
Mhm.
But like I felt like I'd been out. I'd gone out a lot when
Yeah.
I was 18. I kind of got it out of my system.
In first year, I thought you were really old.
Yeah, you were like crazy going out all the time. 'Cause you pretty much just turned 18.
Fresh out the womb.
And like, I
Now
just
I
had
feel
mad
like we're all-
FOMO.
Yeah. Now I feel like we're all pretty similar.
Yeah.
Age.
Like now I forget. Whereas in first year, I was like, oh, Gabby's like a year above. But then also Hannah was like 4 years above us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's what is she now? 23.
Yeah.
That's not even that old now. But I remember in first year, I was like, you're 22. I'm 18.
Yeah.
Like, she turned 21 in
21,
first
yeah.
year, and I remember thinking, what the fuck? You're ancient. But here I am.
Yeah, you've done the opposite now. You're like journaling.
I'm a grandma.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is there anything else important? We've covered houses, we've covered... I mean, we've not covered actual uni.
Yeah, is there anything uni related? Like
Yeah.
questions?
I mean, people are asking like how to study. Do I need to think about my dis over summer?
Ours is different. So
Yes, we can't really give that much advice. We don't study. We make TikToks. Like,
Yeah, we don't have like a... We have like a final project, but we don't have like a dissertation.
a lot of people are asking about just like balancing, but I think that just comes down to knowing yourself and like planning your time well,
Yeah.
and just like knowing when things are due.
It's
I
good
like
to
working
do, like-
backwards.
Yeah. And it's good to do like on your thing, you know, on your reminders, like checklists. and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I use that, and you can see the tick.
Yeah, I feel like stuff like that people ask for advice, but it's quite self-explanatory.
Mm.
Like if you've got events, just plan around it. Make sure you're
Yeah.
doing like, even if it's like an hour of uni work, like a day maybe. I mean, there was weeks I've gone without it.
Got a month.
Yeah, but like I always wish that I did like, even if it was a quick hour here and there,
Yeah.
because it does build up. Like, don't leave stupid things like referencing to the last minute because it's jarring.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't do dissertations, can't help you there. But no, you don't really need to think about it over summer. I don't know anyone who did like dis work over summer, even in like normal unis. Like, don't worry about it. That's the least of your worries. Our tutors always tell us how little our grade matters, so
Yeah, they literally shout at us.
yeah, we'll be like, oh, but I want this, and she's like, why? No one's ever gonna ask you. And we're like, why the fuck were you here then? My tutor told me he wasn't gonna read any of my work. He was like, yeah, that's nice, probably won't read it. I was like, oh, cool.
Really selling your course there.
Yeah. Woo, fashion branding. Was that it? Was that all our uni wisdom? Everything we've learned in 3 years?
We've answered but not.
I always think that. Like, I just
thought we
end up
spoke about
chatting.
houses.
Yeah, I do think that is an important thing though.
Yeah.
Because I think friends will make or break your uni experience. I genuinely do. Like having the right people around you.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Also,
we know
shop
like...
at Aldi. Don't shop
Oh,
at
I said that in my
Oh,
podcast.
we love
Shop
Aldi.
at Aldi. Because, do you know what? It really, like, as in friends...
It does make a difference.
Like, it does make a difference. And, you know, like, if I need chicken or I need something and I go to Tesco, and it's like, there's something for £4, let's say, but I know I'm going to get 50p in Aldi, I will not buy it. Because I'm like, unless I'm urgently in need. I will not buy it. 'Cause I'm like, I can get 5 of those for the same price now.
Yeah, like we used to do a few Morrison's trips for like
Yeah.
alcohol or whatever. Because like they have a huge selection and
Yeah.
Lou would be like, I need milk. I'm not going to buy it here though.
Yeah. It'll be like 20p more. But it really
It
makes
does.
a
It does
difference.
seriously add up. I feel like as long as you know how much on average your food shop is and you allow for that,
Yeah.
you're all right.
Yeah.
Realistically, as long as you
But
can.
you
eat.
never feel guilty for doing food shopping. Like, it's food, you need to live.
Yeah, but that's
So-
what I mean. As long as you can factor in that every week, I
Yeah.
feel like you're calm. It's not that. It's not
Yeah.
that bad. Do you know what as well? I wish we cooked together more.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause, like,
It's
even-
difficult because you don't know what you like to eat at first, do you?
Yeah.
It's more difficult.
And I mean, I was vegan for pretty much the whole of the
Yeah.
uni experience. So,
Yeah.
but like now when we've done HelloFresh a few times, I'm like, oh,
They're
this
nice.
is easy because like one person cooks and then we can all clean and then we
Yeah.
all eat together. Like it's actually just an easier experience than like.
Yeah.
3 lots of dinners, 3 lots of dishes. It's probably cheaper. Okay, right. Should we leave it there?
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed. If you're starting uni or if you're in uni, good luck. We're not.
Oh, we passed it. Graduation, everyone.
Losers.
Have tips.
Yeah, that's,
Don't stress.
yeah. Do you know what? As the whole, it's just not that deep.
Yeah. it's
Don't
fun.
worry about
and it goes so quick.
It goes
Yeah.
like genuinely save at every moment, please, because like a week today I'll be gone.
Oh my god.
A week today's my last day. We're gonna sit and watch High School Musical 3.
Why are we
On
doing
the
that?
last night. We have to.
We're gonna cry our eyes out.
It's nice to cry.
And we're doing HelloFresh burgers. Please savour every moment if you're going into uni.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of like, I'm not at all, don't get me wrong. I would not want to start uni again, but I'm like jealous you get to do it all for the first time.
Yeah.
But like also,
But like we've done it all now, so now we're ready for the next step.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, we've had fun.
Don't leave.
Bye. I hope that was helpful somewhat.
Really not helpful. Wait, no.